I hope it's... Yes, here we go. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Chinese Medicine Podcast. Oh, we haven't done that. That's why it's not working. Should be working. Not sure why it's a black screen on Facebook, on YouTube. It's not a black screen on my end. So let's have a quick testy test. Should be working. Welcome everyone to the Chinese Medicine Podcast Livestream. There we go, the screen is there. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to be talking about stress and sleep today and also answering questions. I've got lots of, I'm just going to turn this aircon off so I don't have the noise. Lots of questions to answer that people have put into on the comments in YouTube, and they've also put comments on Instagram and places like that. So you're welcome to I welcome people to ask the questions on the stream, and we can have a bit of a chit chat, bit of a back and forward. Just to let people know, you need to ask the questions in a theoretical way. I can't give people individual advice, so this is really just to help people to learn about Chinese medicine, about how things would be seen in a Chinese medicine way, and not to give people individual health advice. So I can't be your doctor over YouTube, but we can and talk about how Chinese medicine views various symptoms or illnesses or theories of how illness is seen in Chinese medicine and different self-help ways. So stress is a big thing that lots of people face, right? Like we all face stress, and there's multifaceted approaches to things like stress, right? So you might be someone that's looking for tools to help yourself, and it's not just about finding one thing. It's not just about finding a physical thing or a psychological thing, but I think it's a multifaceted thing where you can get benefit from lots of things at different times. And moxibustion, there's a good question about that, so we'll definitely, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smoothing streamly. I wonder why that is. It's very strange. Normally my internet's good. I'm not running anything crazy here. I don't know what else I could do. Hopefully this will fix up. There's nothing else for me to turn off on my computer that's sucking up the Wi-Fi, I guess. Could turn off my phone. I'll just turn the internet off on my phone. Let's do that. That might be better. Stress is a big one for lots of people's lives, and there's lots of acupressure points you can use for stress. So there's lots of things you can do in terms of pressing the points, or obviously seeing an acupuncturist, they're going to be needling the points. And you can also utilize these points with essential oils. That's a self-help way you can use the points. So I'll give you a few different ones. And awesome, Johnny, I'm so glad you love my channel. And moxibustion, that's the question that you've just asked, can you use moxibustion daily? The simple answer to that is yes, you can. You want to ask yourself the question, why are you using the moxibustion? There's preventative methods that are used, and I don't think it's necessary to use it every day, depending on what's wrong with you, obviously, and obviously go by your practitioner's advice. But these let's say we're going to use these acupressure points for stress, you could use moxibustion on them if you know how to use moxa properly. So we could probably just come back to that question, and I can sort of talk about moxa in a bit more detail, because it is a broader thing, and I might just be able to run into my office and grab a moxa stick and show you what the different types of moxa there are anyway. But the stress thing. So the first one that people mostly know is this called Tai Yang and Yin Tang, right? So these are extra points. And this point is right in the middle, in the main belly of the muscle that you can palpate of your temporalis muscle. So that temporalis muscle actually goes all around your head, the side of your head here. And that's often a place where we get tension, not just from just from living, from talking a lot. So you're using your jaw, like tension could be building up, you know, in your head, and it's in Chinese medicine, it's on your gallbladder channel. So this point isn't a gallbladder channel point, but a lot of your gallbladder points cover that temporalis muscle. So thinking about it from a muscular perspective, it's a good point to kind of just relieve that muscular tightness. Now, so if you just feel where your eye, like you look where your eye is, and you'll feel a bone there. I'm not going to press too hard because I might just muck up your makeup. But you've got the bone, your like orbital ridge of your bone there, and then you just come a bit back from there, and you'll feel like a soft kind of depression. Now you can just press very lightly with the pads of your fingers like that in a circular motion. You can do tapping on these points, so you only need 2 fingers or 1 finger to kind of tap on there. It's not a very hard, you know, it's certainly not like this kind of tapping that you do on your arms or different areas. So that's one point for stress. The other one is this one here, the Tai Yang. So you could pinch that up and squeeze it up as a way to treat stress. There's also a lot of points on your wrist that are easy to access. There's points all over your body really that you can use. Like, it's not like there's only, but these are the common ones I give to people because they're easy to find and they're kind of more generic. So on your wrist, you have your heart channel, your pericardium channel, and your lung channel kind of coming through these areas. And if you just were to rub across the wrist here, now if you just rub it very lightly, you're probably not going to do much. It's not going to really stimulate it a lot. But you can press right into the spots, like in between your tendons here, in between sort of, it doesn't really matter if you press from the side or press this way, but wherever you feel like a little depression's created, and you can kind of press in there. Now, if you see an acupuncturist regularly and you're not sure, you can always ask them and say, look, where's exactly this point? Can you show me so I can press on it? And sometimes what I'll do is press on this and then fold my wrist in so that the wrist is actually compressing into my finger a little bit, and that's a nice way to kind of press into it. So you know, you can do that while you're sitting down, and no one will they'll just think you're just playing with your hand, right? These are good for when people have an anxiety attack or a panic attack. So one thing that it's good for is it's just giving you something to distract you from doing, right? So it's giving your brain something to focus on. You can sit there and do that. And it also then, as you feel that heaviness and that tingliness, that's activating the point. And these have a calming the Shen, or calming your mind, function. So yeah, I'm just gonna default to that sort of topic if we don't have other questions, because sometimes I do these things and lots of people jump on and we've got lots of questions, and otherwise there's no questions there. So that's not the focus of the stream today, but I can talk more about different things people have to talk about. So Johnny wants to ask about Moxa. Can you use moxibustion daily? P.S. I love your channel on the Dantian to tonify chi, right? So he means underneath your umbilicus. Now, it's an interesting time to think about Moxa now, especially in Australia. We're heading into winter. And in America and the UK, you guys are heading out of your winter into your summer. And these are pivotal times where what's called the change of season, right? So autumn or fall and spring, they're 2 seasonal changes, and that's when illness arises. So these are times where moxibustion should be used on a point called stomach 36. So moxibustion on stomach 36 is a really good way to tonify your zhang qi, right? Your just your energy, tonify your energy, and because so your spleen and stomach provide the energy for the foundation of our body. Like the that's how Chinese medicine sees that we make all the things that we need to make. So that would be a good one to do. I really apologize for this business of this buffering. I'm not sure what I should do here. I mean, the only other option is for me to go and restart the modem, stop the modem and start the modem. Not sure what's happening here with this. Maybe the settings of this are really high or something. Just going to have a look and see if I make this a bit lower. I don't know, I just made it 3.2 instead of 4 something. See if that helps. Seems like it's frozen again. It might not have been a good thing to do. at the time. Let's see if that helps. No? I'm not sure. I can see that it's frozen. I hope you can still hear me. We're back again now. It says excellent condition, but it's got this buffery thing where it's stopping and starting with the video. Anyway, so yeah, moxibustion can be used on that dantian area, which is actually like Ren or conception vessel 6, Qi high, the Sea of Qi, or Guan Yuan, which is like the original Qi source point. So roughly 4 fingers, which is 3 sun, which is a measurement, below the middle of your umbilicus, that would be the bottom point, and then halfway between that spot would be the Ren 6, the Qi high point. So it doesn't really matter if you're just in that area. You can use a moxa box on there. I'm not. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you can still hear me. I'm so. Oh, this is so annoying. Like, I've done these things heaps of times before. They work fine, and then one time it's like, it's not working. Anyway, so what moxa does is it warms the area, and it's like the only thing acupuncture really has to offer of truly like tonifying yang. Like you can tonify yang with acupuncture without moxa, but it's certainly not as effective, and it's nowhere near as effective as herbs, because yang is like warm, and you need that warmth to go back in the body to kind of tonify. So that's what moxa does. That's unique. And moxa was very commonly used, and probably still is, in like countryside areas of China where people can't have access to medical staff as easily. They would use it on themselves as a self-treatment kind of tool. Now it's used a lot in hospitals as well, alongside with acupuncture. So I mean, it's certainly a lot more. There's a lot more devices for moxibustion self-use that you can buy from China, like just retail. Like you can buy these. There's a thing called a tiger warmer, which is like it looks like a barbaric stick that you would beat yourself with, but it's not really that. It's called a tiger warmer, and you can buy these tiny tiger warmers that go on your face. And I've seen them then sell things like moxa sticks that are like fragrant sticks that go on your face, so you're like literally smoking your face with this warm fragrant stick. It's not even really moxibustion. I don't think. They're just sort of like with another fragrance infused in there. So what I'm getting at is it's very much a part of Chinese culture. It's just part of what they do there. So any other questions about it? So to answer your questions, you don't have to use it every day. If a person's very weak or tired, or as a part of a self-care routine, you might use it like every day for 10 days and then stop, and then go back to another course of treatment. I don't think you're going to have any damage to your body using it so regularly, as long as you don't burn yourself with it. And if you have burnt yourself with it, you might then need to stop for a while, because you couldn't keep using it on that same place. And that's the biggest reason why I don't give people moxibustion to use, because it's you need to be properly trained to use it, because it's easy to burn yourself with it, and a practitioner probably just doesn't want to take the liability for that. And that's, not that they would necessarily be liable, but the potential liability. Don't teach people how to use moxibustion on this channel really, because of that, because it's kind of more like I do teach my patients how to use it, and I do teach people that I've even Zoom patients, and I've got videos that I use to help train them to do it. But it's a very specific application of how they're going to do it. Like, it's not a one size fits all, like everyone should do this point or everyone should do that point, unless of course it's just preventative, like for change of season. So that's something that's useful. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Maybe I'll start this stream again or something. Yeah. Not sure. I'm not sure what's happening. I guess I could run into my little area and turn my modem on and off again. That might do something. It's usually a thing. Delete the cache or whatever they say.